What's up, sports friends? It's your boy B Fresh, aka Brandon, or Brandon, aka B Fresh, whatever you want to call me. Back again with Fresh Sports Talk. I'm gonna jump right into this, guys. I'm gonna give my reaction on the 82nd Iron Bowl between Alabama and the Auburn Tigers. If you watched my previous video, I gave basically my thoughts on how I felt the game would play out. I also felt that with this being a lot of stakes involved, this would be a pretty entertaining game, one that Alabama should and would pull out. Obviously, based on the events of tonight, that did not happen. Last video, I said that Jalen Hurts would have to make some plays this game, and it would ultimately be on him whether Alabama won or lost this game. And before I even get into how Jalen Hurts and anybody else played, I have to say I've been watching Alabama football for years. I'm an alumnus, 2007 class. What's going on? That has to be probably one of the worst games I've seen a Nick Saban coach team at the University of Alabama play since he's been here. I'm not really sure how to really quantify it. They looked uninspired. They just looked like they just weren't prepared at all. Even at Saban's press conference, he mentioned that the loss was on him, and rightfully so, because what else can we say here? I mean, the stakes are obvious. It's SEC West, SEC Championship, playoff spot lock. You win this game, you go to the SEC Championship. Whatever, I think, win or lose, Alabama probably still would have either been probably in one of those 1 through 4 seeds. Had they lost the SEC Championship to Georgia. I think looking at probably the first time that two teams out of the same conference would have made the top 4 spots in the playoffs. And this game, you can't go down to Jordan-Hare. You can't go to Auburn and not be prepared. It just can't happen, and that's what happened tonight. And you saw it from the outset. Alabama not really crisp. They're obviously coming to this game with a lot of injuries. You got a couple players back, Terrell Lewis and Christian Miller, but just not really being in sync all across the board. I'm not sure what was going on. I mean, you're talking about from Brian Dable to Jeremy Pruitt. I mean, it was just a lot of blame to really go around. But Jalen Hurts, I'm not sure where his mind was today. I mean, one of the calling cards that he's had since he's been at Alabama since last year was how composed he always comes off. He's always really poised. This was the most uncomposed game, not just from Jalen, but from everybody on that team. You're talking about bot snaps. Damian Harris jumps off sides on a critical punt, which took off a lot of time. Rashaan Evans gets an untimely, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I mean, just all types of stuff that is just not from a Nick Saban team. You're talking about one of the most disciplined teams throughout the entire country every single year. And tonight, I'm not sure what team that was. That right there, whoever showed up today was not a Nick Saban coach team. That was an imposter team. I'm not sure who that was tonight. I'm not sure who they were. But that's not an Alabama Nick Saban coach team. That was somebody else. There were some frauds. I hate to say it, but those are some frauds that came out to play today. And it sounds harsh, but that's just really what it is. And maybe I'll think about it even more about it. Maybe I may feel differently tomorrow. But based on what I saw, based on with me covering this team, with me watching it as a fan and also as a media member, this is not something that you've gone accustomed to from Nick Saban. And like I mentioned earlier, I mean, the implications that you have on the line, you can't allow yourself to lay an egg this bad to where if I'm a committee member, why would I put Alabama in the top 4? Why would I put them? If Auburn wins, why is that not enough for them to get one of those 4 spots? If Miami beats Clemson in the ACC Championship, why am I not considering Clemson as well over Alabama? When you look at our resume, we don't have enough to overcome some of these deficiencies. So it's just a lot. This was not a good game at all. Auburn deserved to win this one. We did not play. We did not show up. We stayed in Tuscaloosa. We must have had some bad food on the way down. I'm not really sure, but Alabama was not the team that anybody really expected to show up. So a lot of different things. You guys let me know what you think. I know that some of y'all are probably still trying to calm yourselves down after a tough defeat. But leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Was Saban outcoached? Was Auburn just a better team? Is it time for Alabama to look at another quarterback? Is it Tua Tagovailoa's turn, or is this all just knee jerk and everyone just needs to calm down? What are your thoughts on this? Let me know. But that's all I have for you today. We'll talk some more about this. Give me your thoughts again in the comments. My link is in the description. Get at me on Twitter, Talking with Fresh. Also, please make sure you subscribe. Give a thumbs up to this video, please. Thumbs up. Hit the notifications button when you do subscribe, just so you can get all the content that I do have. Like I said, I cover Alabama every now and then, but it's sports talk, so you'll get a variety of different topics from me. But signing off right now. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Check the notifications. Talk to you soon.